Let's get real for a second. The world is changing faster than ever. New technology, new jobs, new rules. Sometimes it feels like you blink and everything's different. Maybe you're excited. Maybe you're terrified. Maybe you're just tired. But here's the truth. The people who win in this world aren't always the smartest, the richest, or the luckiest. They're the ones who adapt. Today we're talking about the power of adaptability, how to not just survive but thrive in a world that refuses to stand still. Let's be honest, change is scary. Most people hate it. We love our routines, our comfort zones, this is how it's always been. But guess what? The world doesn't care about your comfort zone. The world is moving on, with or without you. Here's where I get a little polarizing. If you're clinging to the past, refusing to learn new things, or blaming the world for leaving you behind, you're not just stuck, you're sinking. The job you have today might not exist in 5 years. The skills you learned in school might already be outdated. That's not your fault, but it is your responsibility. And let's be real, complaining about change won't stop it. Wishing things would go back to the good old days won't pay your bills. The only way forward is through. The only way to win is to adapt. So, what does adaptability really mean? It's not about being a robot or a pushover. It's about being flexible, open-minded, and willing to grow. It's about saying, okay, this is new. I might not like it. I might not be good at it yet. But I'm willing to try. Think about it. The most successful people you know, whether it's in business, sports, or life, aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who get back up, learn, and pivot. They're the ones who see change as an opportunity, not a threat. And here's the kicker. The world is changing whether you like it or not. You can fight it or you can ride the wave. Which one sounds better to you? Let's go over the top for a second. Imagine you're a dinosaur. You're big, you're strong, you rule the world. But then, boom, the world changes. The climate shifts, the food disappears, and suddenly being a giant isn't so great. Who survives? Not the biggest, not the strongest, the ones who adapt. Now you're not a dinosaur. But if you act like one, stubborn, slow to change, stuck in your ways, you're headed for extinction. The world belongs to the flexible, the curious, the brave. The ones who say, bring it on. I'll figure it out. So, are you going to be a dinosaur or are you going to evolve? Let's get personal. Maybe you lost your job because your company downsized. Maybe your industry is being taken over by AI. Maybe you're just overwhelmed by all the new apps, platforms, and trends. You're not alone. I know people who had to start over in their 40s, 50s, even 60s. I know students who graduated into a world that looks nothing like what they were promised. I know parents who had to learn new technology just to help their kids with homework. And you know what? The ones who made it didn't have all the answers. They just refused to give up. They learned, they adapted, and they kept moving forward. Here's the secret sauce, a growth mindset. That means believing you can learn, change, and get better, no matter your age, background, or past mistakes. If you think you're too old, or not smart enough, or just not good with technology, stop right there. That's a fixed mindset and it's holding you back. The truth? You can learn anything if you're willing to try, fail, and try again. Every time you face something new, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Not, why is this happening to me, but, how can I grow from this? That's the mindset that turns challenges into opportunities. So, how do you actually become more adaptable? Here are some simple daily habits. Stay curious. Ask questions. Try new things even if they scare you. Embrace failure. If you mess up, learn from it. Don't let it stop you. Keep learning. Read, watch videos, take courses. The world's knowledge is at your fingertips. Surround yourself with positive, flexible people. Attitudes are contagious. Catch a good one. Practice gratitude. Change is easier when you focus on what's good, not just what's hard. Take care of your body and mind. Exercise, sleep, and self-care make you more resilient. You don't have to change everything overnight. Start small. Pick one habit and stick with it. Over time, you'll become more flexible, more confident, and more ready for whatever comes next. Look, I know change is hard. I know it's scary. But you are stronger than you think. You've already survived every challenge life has thrown at you so far. You have the power to adapt, to grow, and to thrive. You're not alone. Millions of people are facing the same challenges. And every day, people just like you are learning, growing, and finding new ways to succeed. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep going. So here's your challenge. This week, do one thing that pushes you out of your comfort zone. Learn a new skill. Try a new routine. Talk to someone from a different background. And then, come back and share your experience in the comments. Let's build a community of people who are choosing to adapt, grow, and win, no matter how fast the world changes. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who needs a boost, and subscribe to Life Truth.